Good morning, children. Did you complete last class work? Okay. Today, let us deal with writing skills which is given in the lesson PT Usha, the Golden Girl. So, today we are going to learn how to write a profile. Second, we are going to write a letter, writing a letter. And the third one is notice writing, which you have already learned. Let us learn how to write a profile. Profile is a brief account of a particular person that contains name, date of birth, career, occupation, awards and achievements, etc. Understood this? So, if suppose for a program, if you are inviting a chief guest, if you want to introduce that particular person, what you can ask the chief guest is, please send us the profile. So, looking at the profile, you have to prepare a paragraph and speak about the chief guest. Understood? So, let us look into the textbook and write the profile. Now open your textbooks to page number 99 and let us read what is given. You have read about PT Usha. Using that information and any other information you may have, try to write a short profile of this great athlete. You can use the following skeleton if you like. So, whenever they ask you to write a profile, the first thing is you have to draw the borders four sides. And here a title is given, that is PT Usha, the Pioli Express. Now let's begin. Whatever we are discussing, write it in your textbook. First thing what is given is name of the person. What is her name? Full name you have to write. Pillavalakandi Tekkaparambel Usha. Properly you have to search from the textbook the spelling and write carefully. What is her father's name? Paital. What is the date of birth? It's given in the textbook. You can write that. Place of birth? Payoli, Kerala. Name of the coach? What is the name of the coach? Madhavan Nambiyar. Now then, brief biographical sketch. So here you can write about these things. So whatever we have mentioned here, you can join all of them and write and add up some more points. For example, P.T. Usha was born as the second daughter of Lakshmi Amma and Paital on 20th May 1964 in the village of Payoli, Kerala. She has been associated with Indian athletics since 1979. She was good at her studies. She reached her peak level under the coaching of Nambiar. She won 2 silver medals in 1982 New Delhi Asian Games and 4 gold medals and 1 silver medal in 1986 Seoul Asian Games. She was rightly the Paoli Express. Like this you can write. Then let us write the achievements in Olympics. She was not able to achieve anything in Olympics, so you can write she participated in 1984 Los Angeles Olympics and missed the bronze medal in 400 meters hurdles by 1/100th second. Okay, then they have given achievements in Asian Games. She won 2 silver medals in the 1982 New Delhi Asian Games. She came in fourth place in the 400 meters at the 1984 Jakarta Asian Meet. She won 4 gold medals and 1 silver medal at the 1986 Seoul Asian Games. You can write any two because space is not there here. Then, records set or broken. She made a national record at state athletic meet at Kottayam 1977. She was the first Keralite and first Indian woman to reach the final of an Olympic event. These are the records she has got. Then they asked you to write the awards and honors. Arjuna Award recipient in 1984, recipient of Padma Shri in 1984, greatest women athlete in 1984 Jakarta Asian Meet. These are the awards that she got. Okay, complete all this in your textbook, children. In Roman number 2, page number 100, you can see the second question, that is, suppose you have rupees 10,000 to spend on sports equipment. Write in your notebook the things you would want to buy. As the secretary of the sports club in your school, write a letter to the Indian Sports Hyderabad for placing order for these sports goods. You should ask them to send you the price list of the goods before you place the final order. So here we are given to write a letter. It's a formal letter that we have to write. If we write it to a friend or a relative, it is an informal letter. That is a friendly letter. But here we are writing to the authority or to the association or the organization. So it is a formal letter. Okay. So there are some steps that we have to follow when we write a formal letter. Let us discuss that. Now let us see what are the parts of a formal letter. The first one is the sender's address. What we have to write? The sender's address, that is your self address. Whoever is writing the letter, they have to write their own address. The next part, after writing the sender's address, you have to leave a line and then write date. Date format is write the date. For example, 25th or today is 30th March 2021. 30th March 2021. Like this you can write, or you can write it as 30 March, 2021. This same thing you can write it as March 30, then a comma and write 2021. Any of these three you can select and write the date that way. So here 30th March 2021. March 30, 2021. Any one way of writing only you have to write. Sender's address is nothing but from address. Who is sending the letter? That address you have to write. Then write the date. Then you need to write the recipient address. The recipient address means to whom you are sending, that address you are going to write. After writing the sender's address, from address leave one line, then write the date, leave one line, and then write to whom you are sending the letter. Then after that you have to leave a line and write the subject. Subject means whatever the letter is related to. Subject cannot be more than 1 or 2 lines. Okay. Then salutation. Salutation means respected sir, dear sir or madam, dear sir or madam. Whatever you are going to write, this is salutation. Okay. Then comes your body, and in body you have to cover 3 points. The first one is you have to state the purpose. What is the purpose of your letter? That is what you have to write here. Then secondly, you have to write the main body. What is the problem that you are facing? What do you want from them? That you have to write. And the last part is what action do you expect from them? Okay, what action do you expect from them? That is what these 3 things should be covered. In body you have to write the purpose for writing the letter. Okay, then you have to write the main body. What is the main thing that you want? Then the last part is what is the action that you expect from them? The next one is complementary clause. Complementary clause is you have to write yours faithfully, or yours truthfully when you close the letter. Then the last part is your signature. You need to write your name and sign above that. Okay? Understood all this, children? So when we write a formal letter, the first thing what you have to write is your sender's address. From address, then you have to write the date, then you have to write to address, then mention the subject, then salutation, dear sir or madam, then body. Body should contain 3 points, and remember these 3 points. Then comes your complimentary clause, yours faithfully, yours truthfully, that you have to write. And the last part is signature. You have to sign and write your name. Understood, children? Now let us write the letter. So children, let us start writing the letter. What is the first step that we have to write? We have to write the sender's address. So let us write the sender's address. There's no need for you to write from and write the address. We are just going to write the address. You know that you are the secretary of your school, that is Don Bosco High School, Motinagar, Hyderabad. Okay, this is your from address. Now leave a line after this and write today's date. Today's date is 30th March 2021. 2021. After this, leave a line, and here you have to write the sender's address. We are going to send our letter to the India Sports, because it's given in the question that we have to send the letter India Sports, Hyderabad. We are sending the letter here. After writing this, the next step after this, we have learnt that after writing the recipient's address, we have to write the subject. We have to write the What is the subject? Here we are trying to place an order for sports equipment. This is given in the question. If you read the question carefully, you will know how to write this. Okay? Placing order for sports equipment. Okay, after writing this, leave a line, and then you have to start with salutation. What is salutation, children? Dear sir or respected sir. So let's write that, respected sir. Then keep a comma. Then in the next line, you should start writing. Here, what is the first thing that we have to write? We have to mention the purpose. Okay, let's mention the purpose. So let's write, as we are in great need of the sports equipment mentioned below, please send the price list. Please send the price list of the goods. Price list of the goods. Okay, this is our purpose. We want the price list from them, so we have written here. Now next, let us write what is the main body. That is what we have to write. So here let us make a table. Serial number, name of the item, and then number of items. Let us write now. Roman number 1 is we want stumps. 6 stumps we want. Second one is cricket balls. We need 10. Helmets. We need 10. So this is the table. So here we have finished mentioning the purpose of our letter. Then we have given the main body. Now we have to write what is the action that we expect from them. So here you have to write the Last closing part. We want to spend rupees 10,000 on sports equipment, as soon as I receive the price list. Okay, I will place the final order. So, please send me the price list as early as possible. With this, we have completed the body part. Next, we have to write the complementary clause. What we have to write? Complementary clause. When we are writing the complementary clause, we have to write yours sincerely. We are not supposed to write apostrophe here. Sincerely. And you need to write your name. Whatever is your name. My name is Margaret, so I am writing here, and then I am just going to sign whatever I have to sign with the date 30th 3. Okay, this is my name that I have written. In the bracket I have written my name, and here I have signed. Signature also we have finished. Complementary clause and signature. Everything we have finished. So this is the way we have to write the letter. Understood how to write? Roman number 3, writing skill. You are given the Telangana Sports Club Hyderabad has decided to collect data about the popularity of sports and games in schools. Write a message about the Telangana Sports Club's visit to your school. This is nothing but notice writing. We have already discussed how to prepare a notice in the last unit. So you need to write this notice on your own. Okay, children, study skill. Questionnaire which is given, and you have to answer the questions on your own, through which you will know how sportive you are. How sporty are you? How often do you play sports per week? 3 times? Never, every day. Whatever you do, you have to circle. For example, if you circle B, never I play, or 3 times a week if you circle A is there. There's a table given below. First question, if you write A, the points that you're going to get is 1. Understood? So like that, according to the options you select here, you have to add up all the points. So according to your score, if your score is less than 5 points, you hate sports. If it is between 5 and 9, you like sports. And if it is more than 9 points, that means you love sports. It is just for you to know more about yourself. The next section is listening and speaking skills. I am going to read a story and you are going to understand it and answer the questions below. You have to listen carefully, children. The Greeks started the Olympic Games on the plains of Olympia. Their last Olympic Games were held in 261 AD. These games were started again in 1896 and are being held once in every 4 years. At the Olympic Games of 1928 in Amsterdam, Bobby Pierce won a gold medal for rolling race. He also won the hearts of all who saw him win. Bobby Pierce was born in Sydney in Australia. His father was a great sculling champion. Sculling means one man rowing with 2 oars, one in one hand. When Bobby was 5, he was rowing around Sydney Harbour in a small boat. A little later, he won his first race, competing against the olds. One of the judges asked him, "How old are you, Bobby?" And he replied proudly, 6. By the time he was 20, Bobby was the sculling champion of Australia. The following year, he went to Amsterdam to compete in the Olympic Games. In the finals, he competed against Ken Mears of America. From the start of the race, Bobby was in the lead. At the halfway stage, he was still leading and very much ahead of Mears. Then suddenly something happened. Bobby heard a shout from the bank and he looked over his shoulder. He saw a duck and her brood of ducklings swimming across the canal. They were swimming into the course of his boat and the boat was going to run into them. The poor birds had no idea that they were in the middle of an Olympic race. Immediately, Bobby slowed his boat down. Mears was catching up very fast. The people on the shore were shouting as if they were mad. But Bobby waited patiently until all the ducklings were out of danger. Then he picked up speed again and went on to win the race easily.